Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're going to be exploring the world of sound therapy.
Sounds good to me.
You know, I think this one might resonate with a lot of you out there. I know I've been super curious about it. So many people are searching for alternative ways to improve their well-being these days, right?
Definitely.
And sound therapy really seems to be having a moment.
It is.
We'll be drawing insights from a video. It's called Healing Through Music, a deep dive into sound therapy explained.
Oh, I've seen that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. So whether you're dealing with stress, exploring new therapies, or just fascinated by the science of how sound can impact us, stick around. This deep dive is going to break it all down.
I'm excited to get into it.
Me too. So let's jump right in. One of the things that I find so intriguing about sound therapy is how something so intangible can have such a profound effect on our physical bodies. Like, how does that even work?
Well, it all comes down to vibration.
Vibration.
Yeah, at its core, sound is essentially vibration. And these vibrations, well, they can travel through matter, including our bodies. Like if you strike a tuning fork and touch it to a table, you can feel that vibration moving through the table.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same principle with sound waves. They travel through our bodies and they can interact with our nervous system.
Ah, so it's like a physical interaction.
Exactly. And that physical interaction can lead to some pretty remarkable changes in our bodies. Some sounds, the calming ones, can actually trigger our nervous system to lower cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone.
That makes sense.
And they can also stimulate the release of endorphins. Those are those feel-good chemicals, right? It's like giving your nervous system a nice little massage with sound.
I love that analogy. So it's like a sonic massage for your nervous system.
You got it.
That's amazing. Now, the video we're looking at today, it talks about something called binaural beats and how specific frequencies can actually synchronize brainwaves.
Oh, yeah. Binaural beats are fascinating.
I have to admit, that one kind of blew my mind a little bit. It sounds almost like science fiction. Could you break that down for us a bit?
Sure. So binaural beats, they're a great example of what's called brainwave entrainment.
Brainwave entrainment.
Yeah, think of it like this. Imagine you have two metronomes.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
And they're ticking, but they're slightly out of sync with each other. But as they keep ticking, they'll eventually start to synchronize their rhythm.
Right.
That's kind of similar to how binaural beats work. They use slightly different frequencies in each ear, and this gently encourages your brainwaves to shift into a desired state.
So they're like nudging your brainwaves into a certain pattern.
Exactly. You can use them for relaxation, focus, even deeper sleep. It all depends on the frequencies used. It all comes back to brainwave frequencies. Each mental state is associated with different brainwave frequencies.
Right, like alpha waves for relaxation.
Exactly. Alpha waves are linked to that calm, alert state. And then you have beta waves. Those are more prominent when we're actively thinking or problem solving or, when we need to be more alert.
So by listening to these binaural beats, we can sort of tap into those different brainwave states and potentially influence our mental state.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It really is. It makes me think about how music can sometimes evoke such strong memories or emotions.
Oh, absolutely.
Could sound therapy also be used to help people process those experiences, even difficult ones?
You're hitting on a really important point. Music is inherently tied to our emotions. I mean, think about a song that instantly transports you back to a specific moment in time, maybe a happy memory or maybe even a sad one.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Right. That's the power of music at play. And that's something that music therapists, they tap into this incredible power of music to help individuals process trauma, reduce anxiety, and even improve communication skills.
So music therapy is like a very targeted application of sound to address very specific needs.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
That's fascinating. Now, what about sound baths? They seem to be gaining a lot of popularity these days. Would you consider those a form of therapy as well?
Sound baths, they're interesting. They offer a much more immersive, experiential approach.
In what way?
Well, imagine this. You're lying down and you're surrounded by these beautiful resonant vibrations of gongs, singing bowls, chimes, and all these wonderful instruments.
Sounds so relaxing.
The intention is to create a deeply relaxing and meditative experience, really allowing those vibrations to wash over you.
I can see why people love them.
Yeah. While it's not considered a clinical therapy in the same way that music therapy is, because music therapy is practiced by certified professionals, people who have gone through rigorous training.
Right.
But even though sound baths aren't a clinical therapy, a lot of people find them incredibly therapeutic for stress reduction and just cultivating a sense of well-being.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
There's also another modality called vibroacoustic therapy.
Vibroacoustic therapy, what's that one?
So vibroacoustic therapy, it uses specific low-frequency vibrations, but these vibrations are applied directly to the body.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of like a sound massage. And some early research suggests that it might be helpful for pain relief, even improving mobility.
Wow, so there's a whole spectrum of sound therapy practices out there. We've got music therapy, sound baths, vibroacoustic therapy.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how sound can be used in so many ways to potentially benefit our well-being.
Or
But I have to ask, is there any scientific evidence to back up these claims? Are there studies that show that these practices actually work?
absolutely. There's a growing body of research supporting the benefits of sound therapy across physical, mental, and emotional domains.
That's great to hear.
Some studies suggest that vibrational stimulation can help with pain management, improving sleep quality, and even speeding up recovery after injuries or surgery.
That's amazing.
And it all comes back to how those vibrations interact with our nervous system, how they can even trigger cellular responses in the body.
So it's not just some woo-woo feel-good thing. There's actual science behind it.
There's real science there. However, it's super important to approach sound therapy as a complementary practice.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it should be used alongside other therapies and lifestyle choices.
Got it.
It's not about saying, okay, ditch your medications, just listen to gongs all day. It's more about incorporating these practices thoughtfully as part of a holistic approach.
Finding what works for you.
Exactly. And the cool thing is we're seeing sound therapy being applied in so many diverse areas now.
Like where?
You've got sound baths popping up in yoga studios and corporate wellness programs, vibroacoustic therapy being used alongside physical rehabilitation, and of course, music therapy is being used in a variety of settings for a range of mental health conditions.
It's amazing to see this ancient practice of using sound for healing, really finding its place in the modern world.
It really highlights how we're rediscovering and scientifically validating the wisdom of ancient traditions.
Absolutely. So to quickly recap for our listeners, sound therapy uses sound and vibration to promote well-being. And it's not just about relaxation. There's evidence suggesting its potential for managing pain, reducing stress, and supporting mental and emotional health.
And as we continue to explore the intricate ways that sound interacts with our bodies and minds, it raises an interesting question for you to ponder. If ancient cultures intuitively understood the power of sound for healing, how might modern technology shape the future of sound therapy? What new possibilities might emerge?
That's a great question to leave us with. And for all of you listening, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity about sound therapy, I really encourage you to explore further. Maybe try a sound bath or a guided meditation with binaural beats. You never know, you might just discover a powerful new tool for your own well-being. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.